All right, so your business has lost momentum. You're not sure what to do to get things rolling again. You're feeling frustrated, maybe even a little burned out. What can you do to get the momentum back into your business without cold calling? First up is hosting a home buyer or home seller workshop. And I recommend doing these in person, but you certainly could go with the webinar format. And the goal of this is simply to get yourself in front of new people. You already have all the expertise and the answers that you need to be able to put one of these workshops on, and you can do it very economically. You don't have to get a massive space. You could use some space in your office, or if you're a cloud brokerage like I am, you can go to the shared office space and use that. You could do it at a coffee shop. There are so many ways that you could put one of these on for very minimal cost. The most important thing to remember when you are hosting a home buyer or a home seller workshop is consider the date and the time of day for your target audience. For example, you're probably not going to want to host one in the middle of a weekday because they're probably going to be working. I have found that Wednesday evenings at 6:30 or Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. are the sweet spot in the market here. That could be different for your market, but really put some thought into the date and the time of day that you're going to be having one. And then also, if you are going to have a workshop versus it being a webinar, just have some light refreshments and partner with a lender. Bring them in to also present to the home buyers or the home sellers. And yes, they can provide value to sellers because in most cases, those sellers are going to then be going and buying another home as well. That will give you more answers to their questions on site. And I also recommend just have some light refreshments. Doesn't need to be anything crazy. Water, some soda, coffee if it's in the morning. Keep it basic, maybe some donuts. You don't have to spend a lot to do these, which I think is another plus of this idea, and you can put them on within the next couple weeks. Start your plan today and get your date and your time set and then start marketing it. Next is working rentals, and I can hear the sigh in some of you now, but hear me out on this. No, rentals are not going to make you a lot of money. Maybe not any money. Of course, you'll get a couple $100s when one is finished and the lease is executed. But what rentals are going to do is get you moving. They get you out there and they get you in front of people. And I know so many agents who have rental listings and they get bombarded by all of these tenant inquiries and they simply don't have the time to respond and properly work those leads. So if you don't have a rental listing of your own, reach out to agents in your office, let them know that you are open and ready to work with any of their tenant inquiries on their rental listings. And I guarantee you at least, I'm going to say 80% of agents are going to be thrilled and just start forwarding you these tenant leads. The other thing to think about when you're working these tenant leads, some of them may be buyers, but they might not know it. So make sure that you are taking them through the process of understanding their finances and what their long-term living plans are, so that if it makes sense to also present the opportunity of buying, you have opened the door to do that. Rentals will get you on the move, they'll get you in front of people, and they will build out your pipeline long term, but you have to keep in touch with them after they close on their rental. You've got to maintain that relationship, and you will find that a percentage of them become buyers down the road. Number 3 is hosting open houses. And if you don't have any of your own listings, no worries. Same thing. Reach out to the agents in your office and see if you can host their listings open, or at least one of their listings open. Put yourself out there. Put yourself in a position to meet new people, new potential home buyers. Are you going to score a client every single open house you host? No, you're not. But you are creating that momentum, and that is the goal. When the car has stalled out, it's just sitting on the side of the road. It's going to take some work to get it moving. And then once you get it moving, it becomes a much easier process to keep that momentum going. For your open houses, make sure that you are hosting them in an area that is well traveled, and make sure that you are hosting a listing that you can actively market leading up to the open. Marketing is so important for open houses to have a high turnout. So you want to have that plan plan in place. If you aren't sure the best way to go about hosting an open, I've got a video on that I will link up here somewhere so that you can check out those strategies to make sure that it's well attended. Next is set 1 to 2 coffee or lunch meetings or even happy hour per week. And this can be with past clients. It could be with simply friends that you want to reconnect with or want to see. It could even be with the vendors in your business. And the whole point of this, no, it's not going to create business tomorrow for you, most likely not. But the point of this is, again, to get you out there, get you in front of people, get you continuing to nurture those relationships. And long term, that's what real estate is all about. It's relationships. So if you are making an effort to get out there and have conversations with more people than you have been, you will find that long term you are getting more referrals and more people are saying, hey, contact Amanda about real estate, or oh, you want to buy, you need to talk to Amanda. Make sure that you are giving back as well. So for your vendors, make sure you are sending them business too. It's a two-way street, but it's great to get out there. And that leads me to my last tip to get that momentum going in your business, and that's create social media content consistently. And when you're having these lunch and coffee meetings, you have content. Take a picture of who you went with. Better yet, take a picture of who you went with and take some footage of the coffee shop or the restaurant that you were in. Chat with the owner or the manager that's there and shout them out on your social media. Same thing when you are showing rentals. You don't need to share that it's a rental, but put it on your social media so that you are showing people that you are working, you're out there, you're building your business, you know the market. All of these things give you content to shoot. Open house. Make sure that you're sharing it on your social media and showing the home and doing a walkthrough before the open house starts. Literally every single one that I have mentioned today, including the workshop for home buyers and sellers, is social media content. And that's why I saved this one for last. At some point, all of us struggle with coming up with content for social media and staying consistent. But if you have a plan in place and you work that plan daily, you will find it gets, I don't want to say easy, it's simple to post every single day. It's not easy because it takes effort, but it is simple to just be conscious of what you're doing on a daily basis, putting yourself out there, being in the field, working to get business. All of that can go on your social media and it will make it so much easier to stay consistent. So if your business has lost momentum this year, don't worry about it. Just get back in the game. These are 5 tactics that you can use and start as soon as you finish watching this video to get that momentum going again. Now is the time to set yourself up for a successful 2024. What happened in 2023 is behind you. Don't fret over it. Don't worry about it. Just keep moving and get that momentum back into your business and get those wheels turning. If you got some value from today's video, please consider hitting that like button and even subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to me. I appreciate you watching. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. And until I see you on the next one, take care.